Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world on GeoGuessr. That is one region, one state, one territory, one county, one province, one governorate, one protectorate, whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth. And I explore these one by one. And the idea is, well, first of all, hopefully to well, not hopefully, but to go and see places I've never been to and probably will never go to. And secondly, hopefully having some fun while doing so. And lastly, try to play a perfect game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever area I'm in at any given time. And if I succeed in doing so, that is the last you'll see of that area in the series. And if I fail in doing so, well, you will not see that, you might see that area again on the series. Although today we are in an area where I will not be able to play a 25,000 point round. It's as simple as that. We are in Syria and we are in the Hama Governorate. And, so here we have no official coverage for obvious reasons, given what has been going on in Syria in the last decade and a half. So, but hopefully things will be settling down there now. And maybe one day we'll have some official Google Street Cam coverage here. But for now, it's only photospheres by third-party sources. So this will be what it will be, because, well, photospheres from private individuals and companies do not tend to excel on accuracy when it comes to being where they are placed on the map and where they are in actual reality. So, well, that is the case wherever in the world you are meeting these photospheres. So that's not unique to Syria, fortunately, or unfortunate. Now, no, it wouldn't be fortunate if it was unique to Syria. So anyway, we're in the Hama Governorate, and as you can see, the eastern half of it is completely void of locations. And, well, I'm doing this at the request of, I'm sorry about that, I have to look up the name. I'm doing that, yes, there we go. I'm doing this at the request of Nayev 2008. Put in a request after he saw my Al-Hasaka video from a while back. So yeah, I'll do my best here. I cannot promise that we'll get into Salamia, which you hoped that I would be able to explore. But so there's 90-something locations on this map, and it looks like about, a tenth of those are here in or just around Salamia. But this one I had a look at some of the locations when I was making the map. There are some interesting sites around here, so that would be interesting to see if we get to see anything of. So yeah, let's see how many games we can pull off in sort of the half an hour that I kind of ideally want to limit myself within, at least for these maps. So let's see. We heading in here. Oh, yeah, and by the way, while I get these challenge links and stuff, let's see, just going to put the challenge link into the document. And, yep, you'll find the links to these maps and these games. You'll find them in the description section of this video. Yeah. And I was about to say that, I wish I could read that. Anyways, the Hama Governorate has an estimated population of 2.1 million people in 2021 and spans almost 9,000 square kilometers. And the capital is the city of Hama, which had a population in 2004 of 312,994. Okay. Well, this is an interesting looking street. And of course, I just went quiet there, but does it say Aspan? Or is that? Is that a V or the remnants of an A? But yeah, question is, what town are we in? Or city for that matter. I mean, the cities in this area, they are steeped in antiquity. Everything here is ancient. Well, or at least a lot of things here are ancient. And I noticed that there were a few towns like Kafr Buhum was among the places where there was the most footage from. And then there was also quite a lot of footage out of Mukhrada. And this kind of looks like the sort of place where you'd find winding alleyways like these. So I'm just wondering. So this is probably, well, yeah, that looks like a restaurant. So, that could work if we don't pay too much attention to the compass, because that could well be way off. Well, that street kind of looks like something that would fit what we're seeing in a general manner. Now let's see if we can find a street that actually does this little bendy thing here in a sort of west-eastwards motion. Yeah, plenty of places that could do that. Yeah, this looks like a fascinating place. And now we're not here because we don't have any road going in that way. So, yeah, it's just, okay, let's just have a little look at Hama as well. I think we might have, no, Hama doesn't seem to have the same kind of old town. This seems like a more recent city. So let's just have a little look in Salamia. Oh, Salamia also has this kind of old street structure. Okay, that's interesting. Now, there weren't many locations in Salamia, but that doesn't mean that we can't be here. Just look at the street layout here. That is a proper puzzle. We're not here, but it sort of fits, but it doesn't. Okay, let's say that we are in Salamia. My hunch tells me we're in Mukhrada, but maybe, just maybe. And we were in Hama. Well, that is definitely not correctly placed. It could well be in Hama, but that location is definitely not put in the right position as far as I can see. But it might have been in here somewhere, but excuse me. Yeah, that location was definitely mislocated. Okay. Tarek El Ebrahim. Al Ebrahim. Oh, we can actually move here. That's novel. Yeah, the one. No, let's see. I'm trying to recall. And of course, this is where I wish I could read Arab script, but I can't. Oh, okay, back to start. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually a few. Right, yep. Let's see. There were a few places where there were dots following each other, and I wonder if they were. There were a few of those in this area along this valley here, this river valley. I'm trying to remember where they were. Could they have been in Masyaf? Doesn't quite match, but let's have a little look at this intersection again. North, northwest, southwest, going southeast-ish. No. How about this place? Not at all. Okay, so that was in Kafr Bochum. Yep, that matches very much what we saw. That location looks absolutely correct. Okay, so now we know that if we come across any footage like that, it's in Kafr Bochum. Oh. Well, Sir Jihad Lazkane. That's an interesting mix. We got the Christmas tree. This must be a hotel. Yeah, this must be a hotel. So I don't think it's a huge gamble to say that we might be in Hama. So let's see. What hotels do we have in Hama? Orient House Hotel. Kind of looks sort of oriental, doesn't it? Let's just go with that just because of the name. Okay, not so bad. The Afamia Al-Sham. Okay. All right. Oh, I remember this one. This one is, I believe, outside Salamia. This is the Schmimis, I believe. Let's see. And yeah, these directions seem. I wonder what this was. I wonder what castle this was. I must find that out. We're looking directly. Let's see if we can catch those roads down there. I'm looking at. Yeah, what roads are we looking at here? Let's see. That. Careful now. That is the cemetery down there. So that bend is there. That bend is that one. So then we got the road. Let's see, we're actually looking at the intersection down here. So we are, if I look directly east, we should almost be right on top of the thing. Even right within. Khmer's Castle. Oh, there's a cafe and stuff up here. Okay, let's say we're up here. we got the 5K. Huh, how about that? Ah, okay. Salamia, thank you. Oh, this looks like a right beautiful spot. Let's see who's taking this one. Ali Rajo. Okay. This is a right beautiful spot. You're standing on top of probably an old building. And a really zigzaggy road going here. And let's see. It must be somewhere in this river valley, right? I don't think we're looking down at... No, we're not looking down at Mukhrada. Let's see if we can find a zigzaggy road somewhere. Well, there's plenty of zigs here. Well, not really a serpentine road, though. And that's what we want. Let's see, we're looking south-ish. Definitely looks like a holiday resort, almost. So... Could we be... Yeah, could we be here? Yeah, that seems to work very well. Because we got several... Yeah, we got several rivers and valleys meeting up here. So we got this thing coming in from the east. Yeah, so... Okay, so does that mean we're up in this area then? We're looking southwest. I do like this, but I'm not sure about it. No way. So, if you're looking west, of course, given that... Well, I'm not 100% certain of this, but when are we ever? So looking southwest, and that should indicate that we're up on this mountain here somewhere. But let's see. Let's just... I have a feeling it might actually be up here. Let's see. That can't be right. The thing is, it can be right. If I don't... No, it can't be right when I think about it, because it would have to bend that way. Otherwise it was quite promising. But it at least seems to make sense that we're in this area, so I'm just going to plunk it there. We were up here, right? Okay. Yep, that definitely means that the orientation of the compass was wrong, which I suspected. That was an interesting place of Wadi Al Uyun. Okay, so how do we do? Well, not too bad. We got a 5K in that. Sweet. Let's do one more round. And make a challenge, like so. Copy the link. And put in the document for safekeeping. Start the game. This is a beautiful area. I dare you say anything else. Just look at this. Absolutely. Well, not pristine because people are living here and been cultivating this land forever, but yeah. I have no idea where we are, but I actually remembered this location briefly flashing up in when I was making the map, but where we are. Oh. This one will be pure guesswork, so I'm going to say with there. Not too bad. Not too bad. So we're in Kaskas. Well, I guess that could possibly be a correct location. Down the hill, not seeing the road behind us. Next one. That's an ancient church. Some pretty old or very low resolution footage by Tarek Al Ibrahim. Yeah. Well, it's a fact often not known in the Western world, but there is a rather significant minority of Christians in Syria. So there's no surprise that there are churches here, and some of them are ancient. Well, given the proximity to Israel, that shouldn't come as a surprise. Let's see now. So are we in Hama, are we in Mukhrada, or are we somewhere else? Like in Kafr Buhum. We haven't arrived in... let's see now. Here's a church. Here's St. George's Church. Let's see if we can find some ancient church that lies in a place that corresponds with this. Let's have a little look in Kafr Buhum. Or Kafr Buh. No, it's not the St. Elias Church. How about in Hama? No, Hama is too recent a city. Salamia? Does not seem to have any churches right off the bat. And how about here in Shatta? No, we're going to go with that church in Mukhrada. It definitely is not right, but we'll give it a go anyway. Oh, this was in Kafr Buhum. Ah, the Monastery of St. George. That also doesn't look very well placed. It should probably be out here somewhere. But okay, next one. Well, that's different. I mean, if I got this in a regular daily challenge on GeoGuessr, I would have been very, very, very much in pains of trying to figure out what this was. I might have put it in Greece, but the mountains are wrong. I could have put it in Bulgaria, but the landscape is wrong. You could put it in Turkey, but then again, the landscape is wrong. And then you're like, is this somewhere strange in South America or something? Or Mexico? And of course, no, it is in Syria. And this one, yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. So Nayef, this is a beautiful place you got for me. But where are we? Well, we should definitely be up in the mountains here somewhere. This is kind of a lowland and we're crossing into Homs, but wondering if it could be all the way down here. Like in a place like that. Not at all. But that looks like a misplaced one as well, unfortunately. That definitely is not there. Because you can see here the land is completely flat. And then we got mountain ridge over here. So that doesn't work, unfortunately. Color me impressed. Wow. So who took this shot then? Someone called Emil Kaz Nasrallah. Okay. This should be locatable. We got the Antica, I think it says, cafe on a river. Now we got the Orontes running through the area. And the Orontes runs through Hama. We're going to have a quick look. Does it run through Salamia? Doesn't seem like it. Although, let's see, yeah, the Orontes runs down here. Okay, so I guess we're either in Hama or, and we're not in Mukhrada from what I can see. So let's have a look at Hama first then. So we're on the bridge across a river. Don't know if we can trust the direction. And that's an unwelcome shot of an unwelcome person on the other side of the river. So northeast. Yeah, I don't think we shall pay any attention to the directions at all here. And just see if we can find. This is not a major road river, but this kind of looks. And there's the Antica Cafe. Yep. Okay, so we're on the Kilania Bridge. Let's see. Are we? We're not quite at this end, but we are. Oh, this is tricky. You can see the bank of the river does not well, actually, it does correspond. So we're standing right on top of the bank of the river, or rather where the riverbank starts. No. See what I said? This is typical of third-party photography. They are often not very diligent in putting the exact geolocation. We were definitely not standing in the middle of the river. But yeah, that was an interesting one. Oh, I'm definitely going to look that location up when I edit this one. And now, yeah, this looks like part of a school, the PE hall, and also the assembly hall. It could also be a community hall, of course. Probably more that. So, but where this is, well, there's no telling, is there? But it's funny. It's funny how things can be thousands of kilometers away and they are still kind of looking the same. I mean, if you went into any Norwegian village in the 1950s, their community hall would probably look very much like this, maybe half size, but still, with a stage in the end. And the decor on the walls would not be alien to a Norwegian community hall back in the day. Huh. Okay, but what might this be? We still haven't had that location in Mukhrada, so I'm going to go for Mukhrada again. It's going to be wrong, but yep. Back down in Kafr Buhum. Why is everything down in Kafr Buhum? Aye. Oh man, that was bad overall. But okay, we're gonna give this one more go. I enjoy this map. I do. So I will never be able to get a 25,000 point score here, but I don't care. This is fun. Oh, are you certain about this? Yes. Okay, yeah, that happens. There's like 90 locations on the map, and you're bound to get some some, I think it was there. Yep. You're bound to get some repeat performances when you play 3 rounds. Ooh. So we got a restaurant. There's a lot of spacing between the tables. It's almost kind of dungeon-y like. I guess that might be the main entrance from the street. Or, well, maybe one of these, but almost catacomb like. So some interesting murals here. I wonder what the topic behind these are, or rather the lore behind. Well, this, of course, is like scenery and stuff. But then you got these bowls hovering above the scenery. And they are actually... Oh, wait a minute. Are those sconces? They could be sconces for old lights. Huh. Interesting place. Doesn't look like much at first sight, but okay, and you got hookahs here as well. Yeah, well, I guess you would. It's Syria after all. And, fascinating. So what do we say? We say that this is somewhere in Hama. There. No, this was actually in Salamia. What is this place called then? It's probably this thing at the bottom of this hotel and this small restaurant or cafe thingy there. Huh. Interesting. Oh, this looks familiar. Yep, this was the one that was so woefully misplaced. And that was, man, where was that again? It was, not quite this far north, but was it this general area, wasn't it? Was it here at Enab? I think it might have been up here by Enab. Yes, it was. Or Mirdash, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, like places where we might get an overview, and this looks like a mosque. Solar-powered mosque. A mobile phone tower on it. Given how modern this looks, this must be in Hama. I mean, the mosque might be old, but these buildings around the mosque definitely aren't old. So we're going to go for Hama. Let's see if we can find a mosque in... let's see, if we're looking north, which we probably aren't. Because I don't see any of the... That is the thing, though. I don't see any of these hills around here. I don't think we're in Muhrada. But it's a big town, and I don't think Salamia will be it. So I think we're in Hama. So let's look for some mosques. There's a mosque over here. I like it, except the fact that there's supposed to be a dual carriageway here. No way. So, well, it kind of looks like an octagonal mosque. But we can just put the marker down there for now. Got a mosque over here. That does not fit. The thing is, though, does sort of match. Sort of. Doesn't seem right though. No, I'm not going to go with that. Okay, down here. Ah, yes, that works more. That also tells me that the direction of the compass was wrong, because it showed this street as being or these buildings being towards the west. So, yeah. And of course, agriculture. Yes. Okay, now we're in a very flat area. Got mountains to the north and the west. So definitely in the, excuse me, we've got to be somewhere in the Orontes Valley. And so that means we could be anywhere from Ba'arin here in the south to Darkur here in the north. Darkur, rather. I'm going to take a shot at being somewhere close to Enab again. Not at all. This time we were actually close to Mukhrada. Well, that might have been the best round we played. See, I thoroughly enjoy this map. I have to say that. That is... Yeah, okay, I don't get the locations right, but I absolutely love what I'm seeing. It looks like a brilliant place. Yeah, thank you for making the request. I was like, oh, do I have to do this? And then I'm like, yeah, totally, I had to do that. And I'm glad I did. So thank you for making the request. And yeah, and to everyone, I'm glad that you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space. And I hope you'll join me when the next episode is up. Until then, bye-bye.